Hi, everybody, and welcome to Top Trusted Advisors video podcast. I have Jason Rosenkrans with us today, who's going to help us learn a little bit about long-term care. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me, Brian.
There's a lot of people that probably don't know much at all, and I think there's a lot of people that maybe know a little, and what they know might be wrong. So I think we're just going to hit some of the easy stuff first. Can you tell us what long-term care is all about, what long-term care insurance is?
Yeah, great question, Brian. Long-term care insurance is insurance against aging, and specifically it's designed for you to receive long-term care benefits once you have been diagnosed as needing help with 2 of the 6 major activities of daily living. And once a doctor has certified you as needing that help, you will then be able to receive claims for your long-term care.
Gotcha. So what does long-term care insurance cost?
Great question. In California, where we are today, a facility can run upwards of $500 a day.
Wow. What kind of companies offer this coverage?
Yeah, the company we're highlighting today is One America, their asset care product. And it's a little different than your traditional long-term care where if you don't use it, you lose it. With asset care, there's going to be guaranteed death benefits and cash value should you not need long-term care.
So it's got some flexibility.
Yeah, a ton of flexibility.
Great. Can you tell me, how does this asset care works thing?
Yeah, it's a whole life. It's long-term care insurance built on a whole life policy. So that provides us with guarantees, and guarantees are very important when we're looking at long-term care insurance.
How does somebody fund this?
Another great question, Brian. Asset care gives us the flexibility to fund this with qualified money, non-qualified money. You can run it through your business as well, and you can single premium pay this or fund it over 10 or 20 years. So there's a lot of flexibility in how we utilize your resources.
Wow, that's I think that answers a lot of questions for people. How am I going to be locked into something? You actually have some flexibility in choosing the way that you're going to fund this along the way. What about family history? How does that factor in?
Yeah, family history is going to be one of the major issues the carrier looks at when determining your insurability. If there's a history of cognitive impairment, that's going to be factored in, or if there's a history of early death, that will be factored into your final insurability.
So a lot of the people that I think are going to be looking at this, hopefully they're not going to need this, and if they do need it, it's going to be somewhere down the road. But inflation's going to have to factor into that, right?
Yeah, no, great question. $1 today isn't worth as much as $1 tomorrow. So with these policies, we can add a 2 to 5% inflation rider to help keep your benefit the same today as it will be in 20 or 30 years when you potentially go on claim.
And so I've heard this term waiting period talked about with long-term care. Can you tell us a little bit about this waiting period?
Yeah, waiting period is the amount of time you need to be on claim, the amount of time you need to wait before you receive your claim benefits, of waiting before your benefits will start to come in.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that think, maybe I'll need it, maybe I won't. Do we have any statistics? Do we know anything about how many people are going to need long-term care?
Yeah, right now, for those that have already attained age 65, there's a likelihood of about 70% that you will need long-term care at some point in your life coming up. Or if you're a married couple and you're both 65, it's nearly 100% certainty that one will need it. Wow. And then once one goes on claim, usually the other is left to start the initial servicing process. So their likelihood of also needing claim will increase because this is, again, later on in your life.
Wow, great information, Jason. Thank you so much for giving this to us today. I think it shed a lot of light on things that we need to know. And if we need to know more information, if we want to know about a product like this, do we contact you directly?
Yeah, you can reach me direct. I have an email, cell phone, and our HW Premier website. You can obtain all that there and reach out, and we can just start the long-term care discussion process.
Great. Thanks so much, Jason.
Thank you, Brian.